We came to this church in 1987. I had been brought up as a child in the First Christian Church, and Dean, as a young man, had attended the Presbyterian Church. Before we moved here, as a young married couple, we had just started getting back into a church life, and we were living in Casper and attended a Presbyterian church in Casper, and weren't really satisfied with that church. They just didn't touch us. But shortly thereafter, Dean's circumstances with work changed, and he was offered a job here in Stevensville at Selway. And during the interview process, or maybe he had accepted the job, but his supervisor recommended that, well, why don't you check out the United Methodist Church? They have a young pastor who has a couple of boys, your boys' age, and you might find a home there. Well, we decided that we were going to come to Stevensville and we were going to go church shopping so that we could find our home. We hadn't even unpacked, and we attended church that Sunday that we first moved here at Stevensville United Methodist Church. And boy, we found our church home. And in all that time, I think the only other time we have attended a church in Stevensville was because our next door neighbors was doing a missionary presentation at the Bible Chapel. But other than that, this has been our church home. We have been, like I said, since 1987, and as many of you know, there have been some ups and downs in our church. But when we joined the church, we made a vow. We made a vow to the United Methodist Church. We made a vow to the Stevensville United Methodist Church. And through all those ups and downs, there has never been an incident, an episode, a feeling from the congregation that it was time to divorce the church. We made a commitment. And one of those commitments is a commitment to youth. Now, we don't necessarily get really involved in youth, and through the years we have seen the number of youth decline. And I would like to see the number of youth increase. But I have come to realize that maybe when we say youth, maybe we need to be more of an outreach to the youth in the community. That wouldn't necessarily mean those youth and their families would attend church, because our primary mission is to bring those youth to Christ. So I hope that if we are given an opportunity to provide for additional outreach to youth in our community, that you will join me in welcoming that opportunity. Thank you.
Amen.